Breakups are hard to steer in the best situations, but a split during the pandemic, wherein anxiety is already running high with people feeling lonely, scared, and stuck, is even harder to handle. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to get through a pandemic breakup. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to ROI Motivation and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's get into it. Even with life gradually creeping back to normal, a split from a partner can feel challenging during such difficult times. The coronavirus pandemic has transformed our lives in ways we couldn't have imagined, including impacting our relationships with others. If you have been in a relationship with a person you did not live with, this may have meant not being able to see them for a long period of time and having to take your relationship over the phone or online. If you did live with your partner, you might have had to spend all your time together in a way that you did not have to before. Whatever your situation may have been, living during the pandemic has not been easy, which may have tested your relationship. If you have broken up with your companion during this time, you may feel comfortable with the decision or finding it difficult. If you are predicting a breakup in the near future or going through one during this pandemic, trust that you are not alone and will get control over it. To help you do so, here are a few tips on how to heal your heartache amid this already challenging time. Number 1, be kind to yourself. Go deep into your emotions, but don't live in them. It's normal to feel hurt, angry, sad, rejected, and confused after a breakup. Don't be so hard on yourself. People should talk to themselves the way they would talk to their best friends. The coronavirus pandemic can confuse these feelings. Don't feel guilty about feeling miserable about your own situation when there are bigger sadnesses going on in the world. Engage with your frustrations, doubts, and feelings. There is so much healing strength in being vulnerable and allowing others to be there for you. Just don't move into that place of despair and never leave. Inhabiting heartbreak is not how you move on. Remember to be kind to yourself. Number 2, create distance from your ex. The first step towards a successful pandemic split is making certain that you won't fall into the trap of going back to your ex because of your fear of loneliness in life during the lockdown. After a breakup, it's essential to cut all communication with your ex, at least for a while. Continuing to communicate blurs the lines while feelings are still very fragile. To keep those lines clear, find boundaries that make sense to uphold, given the specifics of your situation. Maybe that means unfollowing them on social media or blocking their number until further notice. Or perhaps it means something else. Moving out is a way to enable a healthy split and give you both the space that you might need. Boundaries you set should increase physical and virtual distance and allow you to start the healing process. Number 3, get rid of material reminders of your ex. Specifically, if you are quarantined or moved in with your partner, you will want to cleanse your house of anything from the relationship that could stop you from healing. This is a crucial second step because your surroundings can have a significant impact on your emotions. It is suggested to remove your ex's stuff, to clear your mind and space, and get rid of any other things that remind you of them. Number 4, work through your emotions. No matter what happened between you and your ex, let yourself process the circumstances rather than suppress them. You are allowed to be sad, hurt, unsure, upset, or angry. Give yourself time to grieve the relationship and the dignity to cry, laugh, and display the range of emotions you are feeling. After processing the split, work towards the purpose of acceptance. Accept what was and what is. No amount of hope or anger can change the past. Only thing you can change is how you see the situation and how you will move on. From there on, you can work towards forgiving your ex, yourself, and whatever other aspects may have contributed to the breakup. Forgiving is the acknowledgement to yourself that you will not let your ex or the situation dictate your decisions and how you will move on. Number 5, take care of yourself. Practice self-care as well as you can. Write down a list of self-care skills and aim to do one at least once a day. Journaling, creating music playlists, taking a shower, or repeating healing mantras can help you move through whichever emotions you are feeling at the time. These small steps can go a long way when your heart feels heavy. Don't forget about your physical well-being either. Our nervous system practically goes through withdrawal from no longer being psychologically bound to an ex. No matter how unhealthy or healthy the relationship was, Make sure you develop a daylight routine, moderate workout, and a consistently nutritional diet. When your body is cared for, your heart and soul will follow. Many of our favorite pre-pandemic activities may not be safe to engage in right now, so try to find socially distanced, safe alternatives instead. If it's challenging for you to find the motivation to work out amid the heartache, recruit a friend with whom you can go on a social distance hike or walk. As for sunlight, you can purchase happy lights to help shield you from signs of seasonal affective conditions during the darker months. If your stress level is high, try going for a run, even if you have never worked out before. The heart wants what it wants, and the mind may wander, but our bodies are systems we can play around with, and often impacting change on the physical level will benefit you mentally and emotionally. Number 6, reconnect with your loved ones. Our partners can become our best pals, and a split can break our trust in other people and ourselves. Combine all that with the pandemic, and it's easy to lose faith in many things and to feel alone. Move forward in healing by reconnecting with family, friends, and other folks you know you can rely on in your time of need. Engaging people who love you in your recovery process, even from a distance or over Zoom, can go a long way in reducing sadness and irrational thoughts. This can also help to intensify your other relationships that might have been backburned before your split. Number 7, reach out for support. Since we are already more isolated during the pandemic, with most of us receiving far less in-person contact and physical touch, going through a breakup leaves us more exposed to isolation and depression. Let your family and friends know how they can help, whether by offloading practical concerns or taking midnight phone calls for emotional backing. Your loved ones want to help you, and it's crucial that you are not alone during this time of grief. Don't want to vent to your friends? Consider steering your breakup during the pandemic with the help of a mental health professional. Start seeing a therapist, or if you already have a therapist, consider increasing the number of sessions you have for a while to help cushion your mood. Number 8, reflect on the experience. What lessons can you take away from this breakup? Did you leap too fast into the relationship out of fear of isolation during the pandemic? Would you rather find someone else with whom you're more compatible? Learn from the breakup by taking an objective look at the situation and being honest with yourself. Use the breakup as a chance to understand your motivations and examine your needs. Try doing so by answering the following 4 questions for yourself. 1. Were there feelings or signs you saw but neglected? 2. What did you discover about yourself as a partner and as an individual? 3. What will you do differently in your next relationship as a result? 4. What did you go through in this relationship that you won't move forward with? The insight you collect from answering these questions may help you better understand the circumstances and guide you to a healthier relationship once you are eventually willing to get back out there and start dating again. When that time comes, have hope that there are a bunch of folks who are just as ready to find a meaningful, authentic relationship as you are during this challenging time. During moments of sadness or anxiety, it's essential to remember that this chapter of your life will ultimately come to pass. Also, keep in mind that most people go through a breakup at least once in their lifetime, so you are in good company if you want to reach out to family and friends for emotional support. How well did you cope with your pandemic breakup? And how did you handle everything? Let us know in the comments. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to Inspirational Vibe and hit the bell icon so you are notified whenever we post new content. Thanks for watching.